Hi students, in the last class we discussed about the plant breeding process. Coming to this class, we are going to discuss about different plants, varieties which are produced by the plant breeding technique. In that case, the very first one. Okay, before going to the topic, we have to know about role of plant breeding process within the production of rice and wheat. See, between 1960 to 2000 years, whatever that plant breeding produced plants are there, the plant breeding produced plants, okay, increase the yield. Either maybe the rice, either maybe the wheat. There is a dramatic increase. There is a dramatic increase within the wheat production and the rice production throughout the world. So, in the case of the wheat, okay, initially there is 11 million tons before 1960. There is 11 million tons throughout the world. 11 million tons wheat is produced. After plant breeding techniques, between the 1960 to 2000 years, the 11 million tons is raised to 75 million tons. 75 million tons. So, if we observe this pattern, this is a dramatic increase. This is a dramatic increase in the case of the wheat production. And coming to the next one, rice production. Here also same thing. Here 35 million tons are there before 1960. 35 million tons are there. After that, here 89.5 million tons. 89.5 million tons. Yield is increased. Right? So that is about that overall production of rice and wheat. So whatever varieties we can find within the rice and wheat and different products. For suppose very first one is the wheat, Sonalika and Kalyan Sona. The varieties which are produced by the plant breeding technique, Sonalika and Kalyan Sona. Remember, these names are very important. What I mentioned, the names, all these names are very, very important for the NEET examination point of view. Within the wheat, the examples are Sonalika and Kalyan Sona. Within the rice, throughout the world, there is a different rice research institutes are there, and the same different varieties also there. IRRI, International Rice Research Institute, that is located within the Philippines, right? And the variety is the IR8. IR8 is the variety produced by the IRRI. Okay, that is located within the Philippines. And Taiwan, it produces the Taichung native 1. Taichung native 1. See, this is one of the important variety. See, all these varieties have the disease resistance and the yielding capacity, and more nutrition value is also present. More nutrition value is also present. And IARI, Indian Agriculture Research, rice, Indian Agriculture Research Institute. Institute. This is located within the India. This is located within the India, right? And Jaya and Ratan. Right? So these are the varieties. These two varieties are produced by IARI. That is about the types of varieties produced within the India. Remember, the wheat varieties. These names we have to remember. India rice varieties, right? And international Philippines company IRI. So these are the important variety rice and wheat. So after the production of these varieties, the yield of the rice and wheat dramatically increased. And coming to the sugarcane, see here this is the variety related to the sugarcane. Sugarcane variety also very important, right? So there is a Sakaran barberry. Sakaran barberry. This is one of the North Indian variety. And the Sakaran officinarum, this is the South Indian variety. See, Sakaran barberry that is grown in North India, but it's having the low sugar content and the stem is thin. Remember, within the sugarcane, stem is thick. There is a high yield production chances are there, but here already sugar content is low, and the second point is the stem also very thin. So the advantage of this one is well grown in North Indian region, but this one is well grown in North Indian region. See, this one is well grown within the North Indian region, but yield is low. The thickness is less. Then Saccharum officinarum variety, Saccharum officinarum, right? This is one of the South Indian variety. This is the South Indian variety. Here high sugar content is there and thick stem is there. High sugar content and thick stem is there, but not grown in North India. Not grown in North India. Remember, this is well grown in South India, but this is not grown in North India. When the North Indian farmers try to cultivate this Saccharum officinarum, that time this variety is not grown. After that, between these two, scientists did the hybridization process. There is a high yield is there, thick stem is there, and high sugar content is there, and this one is well grown in North India. Initially, this variety not grown in North India, but once the hybridization takes place, hybrid variety is produced. This one is well grown, right? At the same time, maize is there, jowar, bajra, these are also varieties. Okay, in these varieties also hybrid plants are produced, and which gives the high yield. At the same time, there is a water stress resistance is there. The plants are having resistance to water stress conditions. So these are some of the varieties of the plants which are produced by the plant breeding technique. Remember, all these plants high yielding capacity and resistance to abiotic conditions, right? And some are having pesticide resistance, some are having insecticide resistance, right? So these plants are majorly having the advanced characters, right? So that is about the varieties, and next one we will discuss about the next topic. Coming to the next one, by the plant breeding technique, we are producing the disease-resistant plants, right? In that case, the very first one is that how the plant diseases reduces the yield. Generally, we know whatever the plants are there, the plant parts are destructed. Maybe the leaf parts are destructed, chlorophyll content is reduced. Maybe stem will be weakened. Whatever the stem is there, stem will be weakened, right? And certain cases, the flowers are damaged, floral parts are damaged, or inflorescence will be damaged. So different types of pathogenic agents which act on the plant parts and destruct the plant parts and reduces the yield. Coming to here, the next one is, generally once the plants are affected by the disease, mostly 20 to 30% the yield is decreased. In certain cases, complete yield also affected, total yield also affected, but majorly 20 to 30% of yield is decreased. And see here there is a fungi, different types of pathogenic agents are there, fungi is there, bacteria is there, and viruses are there. The very first one is the fungi. Within that case, we have to discuss about a few agents. Vaccinia, this is one of the fungi which causes the smut disease, especially the sorghum. Whatever that sorghum plants and inflorescence are there, if we touch that floral parts, there is a black color powder, touch to the hand. If we touch the inflorescence part, black color powder is attached to the hand. See, that is one of the smut disease, caused by the Vaccinia, especially the sorghum plant. And brown rust disease. In certain cases, the Vaccinia causes the brown rust disease also, right? And coming to the next one, Phytophthora. We know about this one, especially seen in that potato plants. This is also called late blight disease. The total plant will be affected, right? And the Phytophthora falcatum, that is one of the fungi which causes the red rot disease. See, whatever the sugarcane is there, the center part is damaged. The sugarcane stem, especially the stem center part, the white color part is turned into the red color. That is nothing but by the fermentation process. See, the red rot disease in sugarcane caused by the fungi. And bacteria causes some of the diseases. There is a black rot disease in cruciferales. Cruciferales are there. Within the cruciferales, there is a black rot disease is caused. And different viruses. We know about majorly viruses are attack on the plants and animals also. But in some of the viruses, especially some of the viruses act on the plants. Tobacco mosaic disease, seen in the tobacco, and tobacco mosaic virus causes the tobacco mosaic disease, right? And as for turnip mosaic disease, this is seen in beetroot and turnip also. So these are the different types of diseases which are caused by different types of pathogens. And the conventional plant breeding technique. See, I am going to discuss here methods of breeding for disease resistance. See, we are doing different types of methods for the production of disease resistant plants. Most of the scientists, they selected some of the wild plants. Within that wild plants, whatever the disease resistant plants are there, naturally some of the disease resistant plants are there. That kind of plants are selected, and which are hybridized with the high yielding plants. Then automatically they produce the high yielding with the disease resistance. So the process is done by the conventional plant breeding technique. The process is done by the conventional plant breeding technique. We know there is a classical plant breeding technique is there and conventional plant breeding technique is there. So this is a very basic level of plant breeding, right? And by this conventional plant breeding technique, some of the plants are produced here. The very first one is that plant, and next one is the variety and resistance to disease. See here the variety name is the Himagiri. The variety name is the Himagiri. Leaf and strip rust. Whatever the leaves are there and whatever the strip is there, the strip leaf rust production. And heel bunt. Heel bunt is nothing but here also inflorescence is affected, and inflorescence produces the powder-like substance. So leaf and strip rust and heel bunt, there is nothing but inflorescence produces the powder-like black color powder-like substance. And brassica, right? The variety name is the Pusa swarming. Brassica, the variety name is the Pusa swarming. Here white rust, the disease resistance to white rust. And cauliflower plant, Pusa subra and Pusa snowfall K1, right? And these are the two varieties, which have the resistance to black rot and curl, and blind black rot disease. See, black rot and curl, and next is blind black rot disease, right? These are the diseases. These plants are resistant to these diseases. And cowpea, right? See, we know about cowpea. Generally, we know we are cooking curry also. Bopper, Telugu name, right? And Pusa komal, the variety name is here Pusa komal, and bacterial blight disease resistance to bacterial blight disease, right? And chili, here the variety name is the Pusa sadabahar, right? And chili mosaic disease. And the other one is the tobacco mosaic disease. So here chili mosaic disease and tobacco mosaic disease, these two are diseases, and this variety, Pusa sadabahar variety, is resistant to chili mosaic disease. And see, tobacco mosaic virus not only act on tobacco plant, some other plants also affected. Right? So that is about that different types of disease-resistant plants. Disease-resistant plants. And next one we will discuss about mutational plants production. Right? Coming to the next one is the mutation breeding. See, sir, what is mutation? We know within the DNA sequence there is a sudden change of nucleotides, right? So that is nothing but mutation. Generally, original sequence of any organism, there is a particular sequence is there, but in certain cases suddenly some of the mutations are generated. I already said mutations are two types. Generally three types. One is useful, other one is harmful. Some of the mutations are no use, no harm. Means originality is still maintained, but there is a nucleotide change takes place. but the change not affects the coding of amino acids. Okay, I don't like to confuse. Mutations are basically here three types are there. One is the harmful mutations, other one is useful mutations. But some mutations are not shows any change. Some mutations are not shows any change, right? So these are three types of mutations. First of all, here harmful mutations. Definitely the change, especially in plants, maybe the yield is decreased, right? Maybe the plant loses the disease risk. Useful mutations. For suppose the plant initially not having the high yielding capacity, by the mutation, maybe the plant got the high yielding capacity. That is a useful mutation. Maybe the plant got the disease resistant. So that is one of the useful mutation. So here mutational breeding is the one of the best technique. Some of the scientists also follow this method. In this method, the plant parts, maybe the seeds, maybe the leaves, or maybe the root part, maybe the stem part is exposed to the mutagens. The plant parts are exposed to the mutagens. Mutagens, these are nothing but gamma radiation is the best example. Gamma radiation is the best example, and UV rays are the best example. Some of the chemical mutagens also there. So to any mutated agent, the plant parts are exposed to any mutagen, simply mutagen, then which causes the mutations. After the exposure, then in the next generation, what are the seeds? For suppose I collected some of the seeds. These are the seeds. The seeds are exposed to the gamma radiation. The seeds are exposed to the gamma radiation. So I planted these seeds. All plants are germinated. Then I am searching for the new characters. I am searching for the new characters because initial characters I already know. After that exposure, in these seeds, is there any plant? Any plant having new characters. So if the new characters are expressed, definitely the plant is mutated. The plant genes are mutated, right? So by that method, we are producing some of the mutant breeding mutant breeds, especially we are producing mutant breeds, right? See, one of the best example is mung bean. Mung bean, it's have the disease resistance to powdery mildew. We know the moong dal packets we are eating sometimes, right? That is nothing but prepared by using moong bean, right? See the moong bean, the plant having the disease resistance to powdery mildew. That plant or that variety is produced by the mutation breeding. And next one, bending. We know Ebilmascus esclantus, ladyfinger, right? And see the mutated breeding variety, this is also called Prabhani Kranti. Prabhani Kranti is the bendy variety, one of the variety that plant produced by the mutational breeding, right? It's have the resistance to yellow mosaic disease. It's have the resistance to yellow mosaic disease, right? So some of the plants which are produced by the mutational breeding, right? And these are the examples which having the resistance to some diseases. And coming to the next one, and this is a very interesting and very important topic, plant breeding for developing resistance to insect pests. Insects, pests, right? Whatever the insects are there and whatever the pests are there, right? Which are having, the plants are having resistance. And especially here, the development is based on morphological changes. See, what are the plant morphological characters are there? We are changing the morphological characters or we are changing the biochemical characters. Then the plants, got the disease resistance. The plant got the disease resistance, not disease here, especially, insect pest resistant. Insect pest resistant. See, for suppose some of the pests, if these are having, if the plants are having, hairy leaves. The plants are having hairy leaves, right? See, which are not affected. Which are not affected. See, for suppose one of the leaf is there. This is one of the leaf, and the leaf is smooth leaf. The smooth leaves are easily eaten by the josses. These are the small flies-like structures or the flies which are involved in the sucking of the plant juices, right? Hairy leaves, especially hairy leaves cotton, giving resistance to josts, and hairy leaves wheat, right? Giving resistance to cereal leaf beetles. Cereal leaf beetles, small beetles are there which eat that leaf pods and other plant pods, right? And solid stem wheat means stem is hard, right? In that case, stems are fly, unable to attack on the plant. See, this is one of the wheat plant. The wheat plant stem is smooth. In that case, the soft flies attack and kills the plant. If the stem is solid, in that case, unable to act on. Okay, the stem soft flies unable to act on that wheat. And smooth leaves and nectarless cotton. Resistance to ball moons, especially cotton ball moons. Right? Smooth leaves and nectarless cotton. Okay, nectarless cotton. Nectarless flowers. Nectarless flowers. Right? So smooth leaves and nectarless flowers, especially cotton. Right? And which have the resistance to ball moons. Right? And biochemical changes. See, if we change the chemical composition, whatever the plant having the chemical composition, if we change, in that case also the plants got the disease resistance, especially the pest resistance. The plant got the pest resistance. So biochemical changes. Okay, if we increase the aspartic acid, we know there is an acidic amino acids are there. If the pH is altered, then the pests are unable to attack. See, if the pH is decreased or the pH is increased, in that case, the pests or insects which are unable to act on the plant pods. And next one, decrease the low nitrogen content. If in the plant high nitrogen content is there, okay, the insect especially needs that more amount of nitrogen content. Okay, the pest also needs the more amount of nitrogen content. In that case, very attractively attack on the plant pods and take in that nitrogen content. So decrease the nitrogen content and decrease the sugar content. So presence of these conditions, whatever that maize plants are there, maize plants are showing resistance. To stem borers. Right? So that is about that some of the resistant plants develop against to insect pests. Right? And next one we will discuss about that nutritional plants production.